the majestic golden beacon of Elden Ring's world. But what if I told you that this divine tree wasn't a blessing, but a parasite? A cosmic force that drains life instead of giving it? In this video, we'll uncover the disturbing truth behind the Erd Tree and how it may be controlling the lands between. The Erd Tree didn't always exist. It replaced the ancient crucible, meaning it invaded the lands between. Deathroot is literally the remnants of an old, natural cycle of life and death, suppressed by the Erd Tree. The Golden Order promotes complete obedience, suggesting mind control rather than true worship. The Greater Will, an outer god, sent the Erd Tree like a spore, planting it in the lands between to take over. It's similar to real-world parasitic plants, like mistletoe, which feed off other trees. The Greater Will's previous failed attempts, like the Frenzied Flame, suggest it's an alien force trying to control civilizations. The Golden Order punishes those who seek independence. Characters like the Deathbed Companions, Dung Eaters, and Frenzied Flame followers have been subjected to cruel punishments for going against their ideology. Radagon and Marika are two beings in one, a sick metaphor for forced control over even the gods. The Tarnished's journey is about breaking free from this control, but we are constantly manipulated toward maintaining the Erd Tree's rule by any means. Here's a question. What if we are the villain? By burning the Erd Tree, are we actually freeing the world, or just making way for another parasite? The Frenzied Flame ending might not be chaotic madness, but true liberation. The Greater Will is often depicted as a divine force, but what if it's something much darker, an interstellar entity that plants cosmic parasites across worlds? Unlike other outer gods, the Greater Will never directly manifests. Instead, it works through envoys, like the Two Fingers and the Erd Tree itself, suggesting a long-distance control system rather than true divinity. This aligns with real-world parasitic organisms that manipulate hosts remotely, such as fungi that infect insects and control their movements. The Erd Tree is not a gift, it's an infection. Before the Erd Tree, the world was ruled by a natural force called the Crucible. This suggests the Erd Tree isn't native. It replaced a previous ecosystem, just like invasive species in nature. Deathroot is what remains of the old world, and it aggressively spreads where the Erd Tree's influence weakens. Gurunk, the Deathbirds. This mirrors how real parasites suppress native life to dominate an environment. Erd Tree's growth and influence resemble parasitic organisms in nature. Cordyceps fungus, the Last of Us inspiration, infects insects and forces them to spread its spores, much like how the Greater Will spreads its influence through the Erd Tree. The Greater Will may not have sent just one cosmic parasite. Looking at the world of Elden Ring, there are multiple failed experiments of godly control. The Frenzied Flame, another outer god that may have been the Greater Will's previous failed attempt at terraforming the lands between. The Scarlet Rot, Millennia's Curse, a disease-like power, potentially another form of forced evolution that got out of control. The Formless Mother and Blood magic, a possible rival entity attempting to infect the world in its own way. This suggests the lands between has been a battleground for cosmic parasitism, with the Greater Will succeeding, for now, by establishing the Erd Tree. The Erd tree is not just a tree, it's a cosmic parasite. But does that make us heroes for trying to destroy it, or simply pawns in another game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you want more What If deep dives, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.